Hello everyone. Are you able to hear me? Okay. Can anyone respond to the chat? Okay. So that we can start. Okay. Just a moment. Hello everyone. Good morning and good evening. Uh, can anyone confirm me that you people are able to hear me? Hello. Okay. Is there anyone can confirm me that you people are able to hear me clearly? Okay. Great. Sorry for delay and thanks for joining me. So before starting, this is a session, or especially this is a webinar. It's dedicated to the Hyperion Financial Reporting HFR, and we are talking about, and we are going to learn like it will be a test, or we can give you the hands-on session in this, that how one can prepare HFR report. So HFR basically a Hyperion Financial Reporting studio, a studio where we can create reports. Okay, so let me give you the quick introduction to the Hyperion financial reporting, or I'll let you know that I have already logged in into my application. Okay, so going forward, I'm logging in already in my application, and here is my application. Let me show you. So when you log in, this is basically a demo page. Here I'm logged in right now under my FCCS application. There are the ways to open Hyperion Financial Reporting Studio, but before going to Studio, I would like to provide you the information the why HFR, Hyperion Financial Reporting Studio. So before going the next slide, okay. So this is a typical follow of the data, that how the data is flow. So any tool or any EPM tool, basically we call it OLAP, online process analytical engine. Okay, and we start with a load. So first of all, we load the data. Okay, let me correct just a moment. So first of all, we load the data in application. Application, or we call it the solution that you have built up. Hyperion provide right now the complete solution for the financial consolidation and closed cloud or other tool like EPBCS, PBCS, strategic reporting, okay, and all the other tool. But there is a single source for building a report that's called the Hyperion Reporting Studio. So first of all, you need to load the data, enter the data in your application, like maybe that you're using a data management or FDME, FDME, financial data management, enterprise edition, or you can use other source of data to load the same data under your application, or you can manually enter the data with the help of form or grid. Then under the application, the data calculate, like it goes to the parent. If we talk about the parent, and we have, like if we talk about balance sheet, we have a balance sheet, and under the balance sheet, just a moment, let me open it with the notepad. Okay. So suppose that balance sheet, okay, under balance sheet we have a total assets and liability, plus equity. And under the same assets, we find, like that is the current assets and long-term non-current assets. So if we add any account, we load the data on level 0. It's called the, if we suppose here we have a cache. Cache is an account or member of the hierarchy. So we load the account cache. Okay. And automatically this cache is roll up to the current assets and automatically goes to the assets. So the system calculate. Then we have adjustment data. Okay, Data adjustment is like if we find any adjustment, like our number is not matching, or we need to adjust for the retained earning, we need to adjust for the goodwill, we need to adjust for the other account receivable, payable. So after the adjustment of this stage goes to the next stage, that is translate. If we have a multi currency application and consolidate, then we approve the data, because whatever may be the data we load under application is need to be approved as per the compliance. The data need to be approved from the higher management or whatever may be that this provide the approved data. Then a user log the data, and then we publish the financial reports. So publishing or creating the reports is the last or the final stage of any financial tool. And the same thing is happening here, that Hyperion Financial Reporting Studio provide the facility to publish or create reports. Reporting, or we call it final goal, the final goal of the financial or Hyperion product. Why we produce or make report in finance? Because we need to identify the data, the information data displayed, the data displayed, the information like for the analysis and information in published reports. So on the basis of these reports, stakeholders, management, investors, and all the governing body, like in US we have SEC, then in India we have SEBI. So it goes to the reports for published reports. So all kind of analysis we do on the numbers with the help of reports, analysis data, the information, and publish. So HFR Studio basically provide all the facility to provide a comprehensive reports under financial reporting. So in financial reporting studio, one can produce the report. What could be the object? Generally, we have object in any reporting. We have an object like just a moment. So under any report, we have under any report we have objects. Okay. Objects like we have a grid where we have a number, means simply grid. If we talk about grids, we talk about a table that shows number. Just like the same way, if we talk about reports, so we have a 10K reports for the GM General Motors here. So let me show you, or we call it the reports. in PDF. A report contained all the, like, just like this is a table here. Okay. So a report that provide tables or information regarding the numbers, charts, and ratios, and other information, like maybe that we have images on the same application. We can check here if we found the images that provide information about the company's financial aspects. So right now in this application or this report, basically we do not have see the pictures, or we do not see the images that is used. Okay, but maybe that if your requirement or your client define the requirement, you need to submit that I am working on a client that I need to attach the pictures of the product for the annual reporting. So all the thing is possible when we use the Oracle Financial Console, Oracle Financial Reporting Studio. Studio basically a canvas. Okay, let me show you. Or they are the ways how one can open the canvas. So they are the ways like of this is a simplified the page or simplified editor. Here I can open the same way, just like this. If we can directly go to the reporting studio, we can click on the reporting studio and we can directly reach to the point where we can draw the reports. So this is demo. This is somewhat slow, and there are the other way as well. Okay. So one can open with the report. Okay. So let me show you other way. If you have already opened the repository, okay, so this is called the Explore repository. So you can just open the repository. In the repository, you have the option on the top. You will find few menus. That's when you click on the tools. Okay, you will find the launch financial reporting studio here. So the both the ways you can open the web studio of the financial reporting tool. Okay. It's already open here. So when you reach to this point, you will find the options here where you can see the open reports. That's means the folders that you have created already, or if someone is new for this web studio, I can provide these. All the reports are there. Okay, one can find. Okay, these are the all reports that is created. Okay, under the folder we can find the reports. Okay. So if I click on the same starter kit, I'll find another more folders where we have account details, and under these we have more reports. So basically these are the reports. If I click on this report, it's opening and taking long time because this is a demo version actually, so it takes time. Okay, so this is the report basically. In previously, people may have used the Windows version of the HFR Hyperion Financial Reporting Studio. The change is nothing. This is the same interface. And even though one can use the same reports under the no need for the other thing. If your application is same, the same report can be opened in your own premises application. It's called the HFR Studio on premises. This is the flexibility here. If I need a big canvas, I can just click on the little arrow here. One can see on my left side down, there is a one arrow. Let me show you with I can highlight it with this. Okay, and with this is also here. Okay, so one can maximize the space of the report. So like this way, we can just minimize this, and now we have a big canvas here. Okay, so this was the reports that's already built. Okay, now I'll let you know that how one can create reports and add object under the report. Okay. So one can open the report with the help of a file, like on the top menu. One can check, click on the file. Once file, you will find a new option there that provide the report and folder. If you want to create a folder, under the folder you can create reports. Okay, so you can click on the report. Once you click on the report, you will find this canvas empty. Or the same way, if you click on this small icon of the on the below, just file below, you will find a small icon where if you click on the same, you can also open the new report. Okay, under the new report, if you want, you can add up the grid, image, heading, header and footer. Okay, so we are going to add, first of all, we need to connect this canvas to our data source. Okay, for connecting the data source, we need to click on the insert, or we have other option here. I can highlight it. This is the insert. Once you click on insert, you will find the option, or we have the option here. So one can check these options. The first option is for grid, second is text, then image, then chart. We'll go one by one. So if I click the same way, I find that this is a grid, and if I click on this icon, I can find the grid. Now I need to draw here. And once I click on the draw, it's open me few things. Okay, first of all, we need to select the data source. Okay, so here it shows the data source is FCCS. Okay, and this source is you're basically an application. Okay, you need to connect with your application. Or the other ways, let me connect the same. Okay, I can connect the same, or if you want to connect with other data source or other application, you need to click on the same, connect the data, the database connection name, then application, then database. Once you fill all the information, you will find another option that is for the username and password. So right now it's connected. I have opened the same like application here. Okay, this is my application here. Sorry, it's my application already open, and I have opened with the same, so there is no need to enter the username and password here. Okay, otherwise if you are connecting with a new source, because you can add multiple grids to the canvas. Okay, so now we need to select the dimension layout. That what, first of all, you need to create, it's a better way that you can create any report in Excel so that you can replicate the same report under Financial Reporting Studio. Okay, so I need to check what all the data here. Or the other way, you can directly, if you know that what you want to see, you want to see the data period like months in the column, and in row you want account. Okay, under the page as well, you can select what you want to see in page. Okay, or the other way that you can left it. Okay, and we can provide you the other way around, because this is a cloud and it has some user setting as well. So I'll provide you the information about the user, how user POV can be set. Okay, so I have selected here under the row I have account, and the column I have a period. Okay, only 2 dimension. Yeah, okay, then I click on OK. Now this is my dimension layout. All the other dimension, it's there on the POV. Okay, like point of view, it's year. I need to select the year, and then all the other dimension I can see here. Other thing, if I click on this view, I can add up the grid point of view. So if I click on the grid point of view, I have some more option to select at the time of application. So this is basically a studio, but once you create this report, you will not be able to see the same report here. Okay, as a final report, you need to click either way. You can see the preview here. Like once you select, we can then create a few options here so that it will be easy. We can share. Okay, so we can select the year. Another year, I am going to select the year is 2015. So I am just going for this as a static report here. Okay, so one can use the substitutional variable here, and one can use the other like as a option. So they can use they can use the other option as well. Okay, so I'll let you know all the other option as well. This is there to make a report dynamic. Right now I have selected the as an actual in my scenario. Then I have a next here. The view is periodic. And we have a currency. Currency is entity currency. Then we have a entity. So I need to check first of all that at what entity we have data. It's all the entities, foreign entity. Just a moment, let me check. I have the data on the entity, that is C on that. Just a moment. Okay, so I select the entity C underscore 100. So North America. So I select the entity. Then I have a moment. So the moment is a closing balance. Then we have a data source. Data source is total data source. Then we have a other consolidation is entity consolidation. So you need to remember one thing here, that you need to once you select all the dimension here, so it's easy for you to replicate the same under application or studio when you are working in real world. Okay, so entity is total or entity input. It's level 0 here. Intercompany is no intercompany. So there are the many things, a lot more things that you need to prepare for the same. Okay. So if we need or we identify the things, it will be easy to make a report in quick moments, because it takes lots of time when we select the same thing. This is the one thing here. Okay, only the level 0 thing. After that, we have many options as well, like when we use a formula, when we use rows, data rows to add up the same. Okay, I'll let you know all the detail. Okay, let's see, the time permits all the things. So we have selected here all the POV here on the top. Then we need to select the period. What period we need here? I'm going to use the function. Okay, so this I need a function here that's I want all the descendant. Okay, when I click on the descendant, I need to select the member for which I am going to use the descendant. So total period, and I want to select the year total. Okay, so I'm going to descendant for the same. We have a function as well, like we can use a specified function or other number. Okay, so I just click on OK. Then do we need a select hierarchy from the period? Okay, and the other option to include this specified member or not. If I want to include this, I need to select this. Okay, then I don't want this, I want only quarters. Or all the descending, even though we can select the other function, because this function has all the descendant as well, like all the quarter and month. Okay, now if you see, I have selected the period as well under this, and I have a descendant as well. Now I have the option here, if one can check this. If I check this place selection, so all the two, this will two shows on a different rows. Okay, if I uncheck, then okay, this way I have selected period, dimension, and descendant of the year. Well, let me remove the period because it will be a big report then. Under the account, I have the option like how many member I need to select. If I am selecting the balance sheet, I can select the descendant of balance sheet here. Right, I have the balance sheet here. I can select directly the balance sheet. Or I have the other option. I can use the descendant of the balance sheet. So I'm going to use the descendant of the balance sheet here. I remove the account here and I am going to use the descendant. So once I select the descendant, I have the option. Okay, I need to select the member here. I want this balance sheet as well on the top. Then I click on OK. Now one can check that this report, like I have not saved yet. So first of all, I need to save the report now. Saving the report. Okay, I need to give the name of the report. It's a balance sheet test balance sheet. Okay, and I want this in this folder. Okay, and click on save. Now I have a report created under the same folder that I have selected, starter kit, and below this you see the report that is created as a task balance sheet. Now I can review the same with this. Okay, I need to click. We have the option that we can save and save as the buttons as well. Okay, then you can just click on the PDF format if you want, or you can open in HTML preview. So if I click on the HTML preview, I can find this report here. So this is a raw report. There are the many things we need to format here. Okay, so how we can format and use these formatting options, I'll let you know. Like we can use the complete formatting like this. We can just update here. I'm just going to select the children of the first quarter so that we can make it. I want to make it simple here. So I'm just going to select as children function, children of the quarter one report. Okay. A selection is required. Please select at least one member. Okay, one function I have already selected. So let me check it. Okay, now select the quarter one, children of quarter one. Now I can use the same. I can. Okay, so I want this heading to be bold. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to just click on the format. This is a format option, or this is a conditional format option. So when you want to give any condition that the minus number should be red, okay, or with parentheses, so you can use the same, okay. Or right now I'm using format option. So format number format is provide all the number formatting. So you can just add prefix if you want to add any add report with the having the dollar sign, or you want a suffix, okay. So as a percentage you can use the same, or in negative number, this is for positive number, this is for negative number. If you want to add the negative number, should be under bracket, okay. Then you have alignment. So what alignment you want left or bottom, okay. So you can give the alignment of your report. Font, so this is the same thing I wanted, like I need to make it regular, or we have an option to we can make it bold here, okay. You can select the font, okay, all the common font is there for the Arial, okay. So one can check, okay. Then if we have underline, then we can select, we can give the size as well, okay. So right now one can select, and after that we have the other option that bordering and shading. So if you want to provide any shade of your shade, any color, you can provide the color, or if you want you can just give as a line above and below. Then you can click on apply, okay. So one can check that the color of this particular cell is colored now, and the later is bold now, okay. In the same way, if you want, you can use the same, okay. You can use the same color here and make it as a bold, the heading only. Okay, so all the this is possible, like if you want you can give the only parent here, okay. So if you want to give the any condition that only the parent level, which level you want to give the level second, level account, okay. So you need to give the format, what format you want for this. So you want this format to be to bold or this, okay. In the same way you can use the same for generation and other cell value, or all the option for formatting option one can use this the same way. If I go to this way, then I am it's it's required the complete uh, hours we need, okay. So I'm going to select right now for the same and show you the output. Okay, so this is applying only the parent second number, okay, and month. So in the same way one can use the formatting, okay, of this, okay. Right now if you select, I have a account number here, okay. This shows the account number only. So if you want you can select the alias here, okay. So if you select the alias and save, you will find this report under the alias only, okay. It's changed. You can use, there are the many ways when you can use this report, okay. So the next thing I'm going to use or provide you the information that you can use the sale side. Okay, if you click on the sale, you will find a sale here. Okay, heading. If you want to give any custom heading, you can provide the custom heading here. If you want to allow expansion, so it will give you the allow option in other options. So one can use the same option. It's only like the time you spend with the tool, you will get the more clarity or more enhancement in your reporting. Okay, so basically these are the use for the financial reports currently for the filling, like SSA filling and other. Okay, so it's saved now, and I'm going to provide you that the same report you can view right now as a test you have seen here. Okay, the otherwise there is a repository as well. Okay, okay, this is the repository I'm talking about. Okay, you can just refresh the same. Okay, under the same you will find the report, your report. Okay, let me restart here. Okay, the other way that you can check the reports in under application, you have this application. Under the application, okay, this is a customized actually window on the home page. Otherwise you will find your report as a card here defaultly. Okay, now we have report here under monthly close, so you can click on the report card. So once you click on the report, you can see your report here, balance sheet. Okay, so all the way around that you can open the same report in HTML, you can use the PDF format, or you can use as Excel as well. So here once you click on the same HTML, you need to select all the POV here. Okay, the default POV I have selected. Okay, the other thing you need to select the POV, or the other way around that you need to select here under this user POV, you can select the entity here, or entity you want as a user point of view. So you can select as a user point of view, so that user will find an option to input entity. Okay, other option we have, if you want the always we want the report to be on top, like this report balance sheet, they want on the top. So intercompany is a selection here. They can select the intercompany top always. View, they can have the periodic view or YTD view. You may think of this that why there is two POV. So two POV is one for the user prompt at the time of report opening. You can select what option you need, so that all the other option you can customize here as a default option, and only the selection you need, like just like entity you want. Okay, and you want the period, you already have a period in your reports. Okay, in under column, so you can select the years, or the whatever way you want scenario, so you can select it. Okay, otherwise you have the option, you can select all the section. Okay, so in this way you can create the reports, and the administration part you can do the same thing from the repository. Okay, let me show you the repository. I'm running short of time because it need to be finished by 7:30, and I want you to please give you some time for the your doubts and your questions. Okay, so you can just have a look of repository, then you can any administration task you want, you can perform under this repository. So under this repository, if I select this, okay, so we can check the option here. This is the same option for your administration. Okay, so one can provide, or if we get another time, I'll provide you the information about administration of the reports. Okay, so I am just I am just opening this, so you can have your questions, or you can send us you can send us your queries or your question or feedback on the email as well. So one can note down. Mohit, please share my email ID with all those people. Okay, so they may have some questions, so I can answer this via email. So I am open for your questions. So all you people are unmuted. Okay, if anyone wants to ask right away, please go ahead. So I assume there is no question. So okay, so I am just going to close this session. Okay. Thanks everyone for joining me. Have a great day ahead and have a good night if in India. Okay.